reload, but either way. So if we just go to the world itself, obviously you can see that there's a bunch of, I don't even know what these are. Bunch of faucets, which these kind of remind me of like the faucets and filters type of ones. As well as you can also see there's a bunch of logos from certain things, and a bunch of taters and paintings. I'm assuming they want you to like right click these. Okay, so they're like note blocks maybe? There's no sound here because I've got my settings turned down, or they already turned it down I think anyways when you load it up. So yeah, I don't know if we're actually able to find a tater in this. I have no idea what purpose this room even serves, honestly. Apparently there's sounds of taters though, so that's something I guess. Obviously these faucets also are renamed as well as something else, I don't know. It's just a room basically, with some logos and paintings and such. We go into spectator of course, and I think you do spawn in creative mode for this room. You've just got like a bunch of stone and a platform here surrounding the room. That's basically it. So yeah, you can pretty much exit this at any time just by pretty much going to escape and then exiting. We'll probably just go to the mod list just in case I can't show contents. I could go into a different world as well, but either way. So starting off we have Ars Thierga or something like that, I don't know, which is a magic mod as far as I've come across on CurseForge. I don't know exactly what it contains, but we can find out possibly a bit later. We've got basic billboards, which adds in huge signs to distract everyone. Alright. Okay, and there's a render over a few things. We've got Carve My Pumpkin, which allows you to carve pumpkins, I think with a carving knife, or is it just the one where you just click on? Yeah, I don't remember. Something like that. I'm pretty sure I've covered it before. We've got Collectator, which adds taters that can be collected by individual players, so probably what that room's for demonstrating. We've got Configured to Keep Inventory, which allows you to control how much items drop on death. You've got Cuddly Lamp, which makes doors close behind you. Alright. Doot in the Night, which I'm assuming is like a either a similarity or like an upgrade or updated version in a way of the Trumpet Skeleton mod. I can't remember what that's called. I'm assuming it's similar to that. You've got Draco Trem, or Draco Trem, whichever that's supposed to be. Adds the ability to harvest hatch dragon eggs. Okay, so there's expansion of that. You've got Ender Boys, which adds in, I assume, the certain Enderman from such and such. You've got Elysium, which, well, Ilium, sorry, I don't know how I got the S in there. So Ilium, which adds in types of end mycelium. Okay. Compared to how you've got Nylium, I guess, with the Nether. You've got F21E, which adds a barnacle. Alright. You've got that, which I don't know if that's like the... I don't know if that's just like another mod, or it's like the... It's not Dark Dungeons one, so it's not, no. Which would be like the FallFest Torch, I assume. Part of that mod, I don't know, we'll find out. It's not named, but who made the following. Adds a 4-themed main menu, so we'll have to go out of that and see what happens. Or out of the game and see what happens. FallFest Leaves, which we've seen, which pretty much just adds in, excuse me, leaves, or I think changes biomes, in a way. Actually, no, that's just the leaves, not the biome. Fall Mod, which is just obviously another one that hasn't got its description, created by someone. You've got a Strange and Eldritch Artifact, apparently. That's a library. You've got a Graveyard mod, apparently. You've got a Herobrine boss fight. While it's pretty standard, for obviously telling you what something is and what it's from, and obviously what it's named and so on. Ignis Fatus also, which allows for carving of pumpkins, which we've covered before. Kingdoms and Curses, I assume mod that adds in curse enchantments or magic or something. Got one for optimization. Another one allows for creative means and such. Suits other mods. Mod menu, which we're using now. Monster Mash, which just adds in items and poop resources. Alright. Novaturient Agriculture, which I assume is like a farming mod or something. We've got a zoom feature, we've got Phonos, which adds in music aspects. I think it's like expanding note blocks and their sounds, probably. I mean, I've come across a few like that, I think, and that's maybe what I've seen in Curse Forge, just like something else. If I'm thinking of the right mod. And not the Forge one, a Fabric one. Adds hats that play sounds for other players. You've got REI, of course, standard. Runtime resource pack, which is necessary. Spooky scavenger hunt, which probably also maybe assists with the other. We've got that, I guess, because why not? Whatever relevance it has as like a library or something, maybe. I don't know. Adds a... maybe it's the other sort of stuff added we saw in the room. Adds a biome that feels quite spooky, which we've checked out before, which adds in, I think, its own biome and trees and certain woods and stuff. We've got the Ghost of FallFest, which is like a pumpkin ghast sort of thing that drops leaves, I think. You've got the Slab and also Siren Head, which we'll take a look at as well. Tiny Map, which is a web map, apparently. Alright. Too Many Events, which is just for modders. Torch Out, which is just for having burnt out torches, and then a bunch of other stuff. So we'll take a look at the... let's see, do I have the ability to turn that off? I don't remember on that even where that's located, actually. It's been a while. Subtitles. Narrator's off though. Interesting. Okay. Weird. Okay, we'll just have to go with that. So you can see obviously there's the nether, and obviously a bunch of pumpkins mixed in, so it's not exactly the same title screen you'd have, or splash screen, but you've got clearly some panoramic view that they've provided. So let's just see, can I just tweak a bunch of this stuff just in case to my liking for 1 second, so I can run whatever else I need. And what else was there again? I need that off. So we've got the server here, already a bunch of people on, so I'm not going to really disturb them, but either way, you can tell us if there's a server if you want to play on that. Yes, yes, yes. So there's that one, which added the room. I don't know if that's probably a prior one they tried to get working. We'll take a look, but my guess is probably not. Maybe it's the same one? Actually, no, that would be the latest, wouldn't it? It'd probably be an older one. I have no idea. Apparently. Alright, we'll just create a new world. Create a new world, just so we have the space to like do stuff. Pretty much is why I'm creating it. Other than that, it doesn't really have a purpose. So we'll probably just pause here. Okay, so back and I'm in the world, and we'll just check some of the stuff here. So we've got the following, as you'd expect to appear here. You've got collect taters. These are a bunch of taters you'd probably find in the world. Where is the cheating part? Here we go. So we've got a bunch of taters, apparently. They assume you can collect. Possibly. Not obviously just by placing them in the world by cheating, but either way, there's a bunch of different coloured taters you can find. I don't know if they have any other significance. You got a tater plate, I assume, for putting them on, or it's just to be presented somewhere. We've got carvers for carving our pumpkins. We'll just obviously go with a few here, I guess. So we can tell. So there's a regular pumpkin apparently from mod, and not much there. Either way, you can just get a carver and pretty much carve a melon or pumpkin, like so. Or melon. Either way, trying to make a smile there. But I'm going to be quick. We've got a stone pillar, which has some purpose. Again, not too sure really. We've got... okay, so that just does that. Doesn't like a bad thing. I have no idea. Some of these probably don't have recipes, either intentionally or they just don't. We've got ping listeners for players and ping certain things probably. We've got ping hats, we've got monsters. So I don't know if these are gonna crash or something, or are intended to look like this. There's a bunch of different ones here. Alright. We've got Terraburn Reborn. So that, I assume you just used to summon in some means, I don't know. We've got the magic mod, which adds in a few different blocks as well as a few other bits and pieces. We've got different clay tablets with different purposes. We've got the agriculture mod, which adds in a few things like paste and more. We've got Ender Boys, the mini Enderman. We've got the slab and also Siren Head, which is a slab chest apparently. Is it for storing, is it like a dirt chest sort of thing, or is it some other type of stuff? You can't put that in there, so it's probably only for storing slabs maybe? I have no idea. Oop, it's gone back. Graveyard. So crafting certain things. You've got armor, you've got a bunch of other bits and pieces. The Ender Mycelium. Spooky stuff I've covered because it just adds in a biome as well as purple heart wood and such. Billboards, jukebox, and loudspeakers and such, and more, so yeah. But just cutting for time. Either way though, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.